that's all under the bridge at this point. And your stories about what happened in the past are the past. We've come a long way since then, and those things haven't happened. My question was, why did you, or the members, and Carolyn has spoken as to why she chose who she chose, why, after hearing the majority of people in the room that represent the district, that come to meetings, why that was just ignored?
I would like to just repeat what Carolyn Fuller was saying, okay? In the African American tradition, we've always struggled with
American
okay, hold on a second. You're always, I'm just saying, in the African American tradition, we've always taken our vote serious because sometimes our vote is often challenged, whether it be poll tax, exams for taking voting rights away from individuals, or whatever combination. It's always a challenge, sometimes we feel, or voter ID laws, or suppression of the vote, or whatever the issue is. The one thing that's always constant, no matter what race you are, you're going to take your vote serious. When you go behind the polls, you have a right in America to vote for the candidate you choose. There is no big brother or legislate by committee or someone telling you, because the majority said you must vote a certain particular way. That is un-American, and that alone is not democratic, considering the fact that these individuals who were allowed to vote and make the choice was decided by a real election that happened at a real school with a real ballot, okay? So it wasn't like this magic big brother came along and installed these people. It was an election.
No, we're talking about.
And so the DTC convention, and there are certain people who understood. I went out there in the wintertime with some folks, and we went out in the freezing cold and knocked on doors and asked people to come out and participate in that election. Anybody could have participated in an election, but to say that those people are somehow some kind of Wizard of Oz, and these people were elected by a majority of the people, and the people who elected them, whether it was 40 or 50 people who showed up at the polls, understood why they were voting. They understood that what that role was. The role was, you are a DTC member, and I recall individuals asking me, well, what does a DTC member do? And those people went to the polls and they voted, and they duly elected 7 people to do a job. And that job can't be rewritten. We cannot go over the results, which I feel sometimes we're reliving that vote. But the people picked Eloisa, Steve Sarasas, Rosa Murray, David Watts, Dwayne King, and Matt McClave. And guess what? I didn't get the most votes that day. I think it was Matt McClave and Carolyn. Yeah. And so for me, okay, I want you guys to understand that I took my vote serious. We voted one particular way. The other candidates are now on the ballot. And what we have to do is, once the primary is over with, we have to just support the candidates who win the primary and do all we can to help them get elected.
Okay, just because somewhat of a conversation that we're having, and I'm asking still questions.
Okay.
We talked about, the African American community. We have many communities within our district.
That's true.
Hispanic. We have.
And Andy, before you go on,
Yeah.
now I know a lot of young people because I've been in this community.
You know me.
And I know you, and raised up.
All of us.
If a white young person came to me, Hispanic, I don't care if they're Indian, I don't care, I know them all. And they've all at one point been in my house because I had children that went to school here and played football. So you know what's been in my house the whole time. Oh my God.